So, was Sarah Michelle Gellar just too busy to play the role of cheerleader high school zombie hunter? Hello YouTube, I'm Darkest101, and can I just say, Grasshopper Manufacture, you glorious bastards. It's funny how things turn out, isn't it? First double dip review and both games are by the same developer. But with these two games, Grasshopper Manufacture has quickly shot to the top of my favourite developers list. Okay, maybe not the top, gotta keep Santa Monica on its throne, but even still, second is a pretty good position. So, we had Shadows of the Damned last time. Let's switch up to Lollipop Chainsaw, and oh my, this is a fun little romp. Just like Shadows of the Damned, Lollipop Chainsaw is just soaked in references, and it just feels so 80s. Someone in Grasshopper Manufacture really likes the Evil Dead, because if you were to get the Nordic Game Edition, you'd unlock a special ass costume to play as. Yes, Ash Williams as in Bruce motherfucking Campbell. That alone should tell you how fun this game is going to be.
Groovy.
This is quite literally one of the most amazing games I've ever played. Let's just get stuck right in then, shall we? This game is hilarious, let me just say that right now. It's a self-referential, fourth wall breaking romp of campy goodness that will make Deadpool proud. Let's be honest, if there's an achievement or trophy out there that requires you to arrange the camera so it slides beneath the skirt of a cheerleader, that alone is worth some, albeit shameful, points. Although, to be perfectly honest, it's not the most shameful panty shot I've ever seen in my life.
Are we under attack again, Master?
Seriously, Japan? While Shadows of the Damned's sense of humour was more like a horror comedy, Lollipop Chainsaw seems to have come straight out of an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Which is why I find it bizarre they didn't get Sarah Michelle Gellar to play Juliet, the main character. But hey, while I didn't get Sarah Michelle Gellar, at least you got a decent voice actress in Tara Strong. Yeah, Tara Strong is in this game, and I'm pretty sure someone at Grasshopper Manufacture had her in mind for the role of Juliet Starling, or else someone else in the redub did all the beautiful references to Friendship is Magic. Personally, I don't care either way, it's still hilarious to think how much fun Tara had reading out lines like this.
Chainsaw Dash!
Now that would be a fun crossover. Now the combat system in Lollipop Chainsaw is melee based, but can swap pretty fluidly to a third person shooter. And really, it's kind of hilarious to whack a zombie in the face with a pom-pom and then cut off their head while they're wondering what the fuck's going on. Or how about leapfrogging over a zombie head, turning around and slicing them open like a pig. Really, the game is fun, goofy, silly and just plain insane. I love it! Now, the story of Lollipop Chainsaw is that Juliet wakes up on the morning of her birthday to discover that zombies are attacking her school of San Romero High. Wait! Hold on a second. Romero. Romeo. Juliet. Romeo, Juliet. Well done, game. Well done. And if you're wondering why zombies are attacking this high school, then you clearly aren't familiar enough with the zombie genre, because really, people will just accept any reason for zombies attacking, and this game exploits that to the max. Anyway, Juliet finds her boyfriend Nick, just as he's attacked by a zombie. It's at this point this game gets the fake out ending out of the way early.
Listen, I know it's stupid, we just started getting serious, but I wanted you to know. I know I've never said it or anything, but I kind of sort of, you know, love you. Oh, I fucking love you. Oh.
Nick. No. There's something we can try.
Anyway, Juliet saves Nick by severing his head from his body before performing an incantation that imbues Nick's head with a life of its own. Juliet reveals to Nick that she and her family are in fact all monster hunters, and in an effort to find out what's going on around their small town, Juliet, with Nick now strapped to her ass, goes to find her teacher, Morikawa, who is pretty much the culmination of everything perverse in Japan.
Oh!
Well, at least Japan can laugh at itself, I guess. And so can the rest of us. Anyway, Morikawa explains what he believes to be causing all the zombie attacks.
The school is in dire trouble. My research tells me that something has gone wrong on a cosmic scale.
That's a massive bummer.
That completely sucks.
Let me show you. The universe is composed of 3 dimensions. The land beyond words, the rotten world, and our dimension, Earth. There are dimensional walls between each. Using a combination of black magic and explosives, someone cracked the wall between Earth and rotten world, and the gases of rotten world seeped into our world. Your friends and fellow students inhaled these gases, which transformed them into the undead. Well, whoever did this could be trying to open a permanent gate between here and rotten world, which would be catastrophic. Unfortunately, once they have become zombies, there is no return. All we can do is clean up the school, kill the undead, and stop the bomber. That is our mission.
After this, however, they encounter the person responsible for the zombies arriving from Rotten World.
Hey! I recognize that guy! He went to school with us!
He's the one planning to open the gate between here and rotten world. I have to stop him.
Oh man, there's nothing more hysterical to me than watching this world burn. This world, this government, this society made my life a hell. Well, now everyone is gonna know a life of hell forever.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is literally the cross between Tim Burton and Helena Bonham Carter.
Why did you do
Nope.
this to my school?
There's nothing you can do to tell me otherwise. That is just straight up Helena Bonham Burton. That's his name now. Helena Bonham Burton. So anyway, Helena attacks Morikawa and summons 5 zombie overlords from Rotten World. Zed, Vicky, Mariska, Joey, and Louis Legend. The 5 zombies each represent a genre of rock and roll, with Zed being punk rock, Vicky being Viking metal, Mariska the queen of psychedelia, Joey the master of disco, and Louis Legend of fuck off and die death metal. No, seriously, it's death metal. I mean, apart from everything else, he's got a guitar on his fucking gun. Hardcore. The reason I mention this is because the music of this game is just phenomenal, and the boss fights are freaking epic. Not only because of their setting and style, but of just the music that plays while each boss fight goes on makes each boss encounter feel fucking incredible. So Zed, the weakest of the zombie overlords, sweeps Juliet to a junkyard and the two begin to fight. While Zed initially appears immune to Juliet's usual methods of attack, she eventually manages to cut Zed in two. It's here that Morikawa returns to offer one final piece of guidance, mortally wounded from Helena's attack.
Zed was only the weakest of the Dark Purveyors. But the other 4 are here, rotting the school. By now they've probably transformed all your fellow students into undead. The school is probably filled with zombies.
Sensei!
Mr. Morikawa.
Juliet and Nick, I have faith. You can stop them. All humans must die, as I must now too.
Sensei, no! Don't leave!
Oh, I have this for you, Juliet. Happy birthday, Juliet. You were always my favorite pupil.
Returning to school, Juliet and Nick meet up with Juliet's older sister, Cordelia. If that's not an intentional reference to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I don't know what is. Cordelia helps Juliet reach the Viking longboat that hangs with the school, where Juliet faces off against the second zombie overlord, Vicky. And can I just say, this ends up going into kill it with fire territory when the fucking zombie's head grows to enormous size and starts jumping around the fucking boat. Seriously, look at this thing! Nothing else in this game screams kill it now more than this. It just makes me feel so... So Juliet mercifully kills this fucking monstrosity and crash lands at a farm, where she and Nick quickly find her younger sister, Rosalind, driving around the place in a bus.
Let me guess. She's
Don't
also
ask
a freaking
why.
zombie hunter?
Following after Rosalind, Juliet quickly finds the third zombie overlord, Mariska, who spent her time throughout the level getting Juliet higher than Zeus. Juliet, however, resolves this problem the same way she solves everything in the game. Cut it the fuck in half. After she bisects Mariska, she receives a call from Joey, claiming that he has Rosalind captured. It's at this point that Juliet's father leaps into action. For some reason, Juliet's father reminds me of The Undertaker. I don't know why. Juliet and her father split up to ascend the giant mini golf course obstacle in order to confront Joey and rescue Rosalind. Things, however, get out of hand when Joey takes to the skies in a fucking UFO. How have the US government not already bombed the crap out of this place? I mean, let's stop and think about it for a second. There are zombies running all over the place, teenage girls are running rampant with chainsaws and sniper rifles, and now there's a UFO in the sky. I'm sorry, the real problem here isn't the zombies, it's the nukes that Iron Man's bringing to blow up the fucking city. So the Starlings, and Nick, join forces in order to get Juliet face to face with Louis Legend. Battling for what remains of their town, Juliet breaks her way into the cathedral, where Louis Legend and Helena are hiding out. Battle quickly ensues as Louis Legend races around the place on his motorcycle. And like you say, this goddamn boss fight just don't stop. It doesn't fucking stop for anything. All the other bosses in this game have 3 stages at max. Louis Legend, however, just keeps on fucking going. You kill him once, but he keeps on going. 2 times, then it keeps going. 3 times, it keeps fucking going! So Louis dies and the game is over, right? Not so much.
Your turn, you whiny MySpace-haired jerk!
Fantastic work, Juliet. You've done everything just as I hoped you would, start to finish. Thanks for your cooperation. Now the real deal is fulfilled!
What? What are you talking about?
You incredibly hot idiot. I told you, for the gates of hell to open, a ritual must be enacted. And you were part of it all along. I set this whole thing up, you fools! Now the ceremony has been completed! Upon you had to sacrifice 5 pre-selected zombies, and they must utter the sacred words at the point of their deaths. Meus vita rege pro nefario coepto.
Why are you doing all of this?
Because you're just like everyone else! You pretended to be different, but you're not!
What? Me?
Yes, Juliet, you! Bitch! This is the end. The real end to everything. This school, this world, deserves to be destroyed. It rejected me. It ridiculed me. So I'll make this rotten world even more rotten. Rot away. Rot away. Rot. 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 Rot! So fuck all of you. Your eternal screams of horror will be my pop music!
Morikawa then calls Juliet from the land beyond words and guides her along the way to defeat Killer Billy. That's his name, by the way, Killer Billy. I'm not making that up. The giant monstrosity, however, proves to be too strong for Juliet to handle, so her father comes up with a practical and logical solution. Kamikaze! This scene directed by Michael Bay. Juliet enters the body of Killer Billy and quickly discovers Helena's decapitated body at the heart of the Titan. Morikawa directs Juliet to place Nick's severed head on Helena's body and detonate a Nick bomb. Nick, who spent the last level half distraught with the true realization he has practically no life aside from being one of Juliet's accessories, accepts his fate and detonates the Nick bomb.
More than anything.
Of course, there's that ever-truthful saying that no one ever dies in media. Morikawa explains to Nick that his honour and sacrifice has earned him a second chance and a new body, but that there will be a mix-up when they return to Earth. Upon waking up, Nick realises he now has Morikawa's body. Juliet's father also appears, somehow surviving that explosion. The group, all together once more, go back to Juliet's house to celebrate her birthday. Now, the game has two different endings, and it's affected by a similar mechanic to the Little Sisters in Bioshock. Throughout the game, Juliet comes across a number of her classmates being attacked by zombies. Saving all of these classmates will trigger the good ending. Juliet's birthday goes as planned, and everything turns out fine. Failing to save even one of these classmates results in the bad ending. Juliet's mother will have been turned into a zombie, and Juliet's birthday is subsequently ruined. Kind of a dick thing to throw in there if you're not expecting it, don't you think? Still, this game was one heck of a blast. Lollipop Chainsaw is on the surface funny and cute, but can actually boast some genuinely heartfelt and even tragic moments. It's definitely got some character to it. It's also a game that keeps you on your toes despite what you'd initially think. Juliet could easily die if you aren't paying enough attention to her health bar, and it's very easy to get surrounded by zombies. All in all though, I'm glad I played it. I was afraid of buying this game because of a few reviews I'd seen, and I'm glad I was proven wrong. The story is entertaining, the characters engaging, and the gameplay simple to pick up, but takes a lot of effort and time to effectively master. I think Lollipop Chainsaw is just a shade off of being as good as God of War 3, and as such gets a dark rating of 92.
I'm dead, douchebags!
But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Have us checked in for my next review, please drop it in the comment section below. Next week, I have the joy of taking on one of the hardest games ever made. Actually help me. As always, I've been Darkest101. You have been watching Darkest101 Reviews. Thanks for watching. Good night, YouTube.